Hey, everybody.
What up, everyone? Sorry, yeah, me and Jason were just talking, or me and not Jason. So if you haven't noticed, I've been playing with green screens all week. But welcome to the Thin Line Defense live chat. This is your opportunity for you as viewers to come in and ask us questions and make comments about some of the videos you saw this week. I feel like the fire and the background is just fitting for the world right now. Interestingly, me and not Jason, we're talking about the Jason, I don't know if we want to get into the comments yet. We were talking about the Discord.
Oh, yeah.
And in the Discord chat, there was a whole bunch of conversations about IFAKs. And honestly, me and not Jason were just about to start talking about it. And I was like, you know what? Let's hold this because we both have some good input. I'm reading Misfit's name. Some good input on this also. So Jason, kind of let me know where this conversation started, where it went, and let's add our thoughts into it.
Yeah. So first, I'm gonna drop a link to our Discord in the chat.
And so real quick too, the Discord's a great place if you want to ask questions. Other people can come in. Me and Jason may chime in. It's really a good place to you want to know what to buy for what we may not know, and we get so many comments we may not be able to ever get to it. So that's a better place to put everything. So sorry, Jason, go ahead.
No, you're fine. So I don't know if she's on here yet. Oh, yeah, Quarantine Catholic. So she had commented a little while ago and asked about IFAKs or medical stuff, and she had just said something like, I'm paraphrasing here, but hey, should I go into My Medic and just buy a whole kit, or should I build one out myself? And that started a discussion with Angry Sarge. Caleb was on there, Raw Cookie Dough, a bunch of people chimed in. And we just started talking about our, I guess, preferred IFAK setups and what we carry and why we carry certain things.
And one thing I thought that was interesting between me and you, and really kind of hammered home, it's use what you're trained on, because you kind of made a comment like, don't use nasopharyngeal airway stuff, but I have a special needs kiddo and I use the narrow nasopharyngeal stuff all the time. It doesn't scare me. You're not really going to hurt anybody with that. You're really going to make them uncomfortable. You're not going to do much in terms of internal damage. But you talked about the compression needles. I don't even carry one because I think that's a wrong thing to carry something you're not really qualified on.
Yeah, and just to clarify, the nasopharyngeal airways, it wasn't a hard no. It was, if you don't have the training for it, and this is what I was telling Walsh right before we started here. I said, if I knew Walsh had zero training with that, if I handed him a kit and I said, and it had one of those airways in it, I would say, grab that and throw it away. It's going to be of no use to you because you're going to be like, what do I do with this tube? Yeah. So I think with training, they are easy, and especially if you use it a lot. But like I was telling Walsh, those decompression needles, I train on them every year, sometimes multiple times a year. Yeah. I feel very comfortable being able to jab that into someone's chest, but there's people that are like, no way. So we got into tourniquets, what types of tourniquets, why we prefer certain tourniquets, and so it was a great discussion that we had in our Discord today.
We'll have to go on there. I like Cat 7 tourniquets. I like to do all the same, and I like to do all the same amongst the team too. So there's some over there there's some that are out there that are a little bit snake oil. There's really only 3 tourniquets that you really should be anywhere near, and even then, to go offshoot from a Cat 7, it's maybe the SWAT T. The SWAT Ts they're a little bit different, and you need a little bit more training. And I don't know. I think overall they're harder to use. Just me personally.
And so that's something that we were talking about too. It's something that we talk about here on this channel a lot. Like mission dictates gear. So for example, for me, I love the Cat 7 tourniquets. It's what I carry for myself. It's what we trained on in the military. It's just they're army proof. However, you can't use them for a kid. They won't get small enough for a kid.
Good point.
And so the only one that I use for my kiddos, and I carry one with me if I'm going out with my kiddos, is a rat's tourniquet, because a rat's tourniquet can get small enough for kiddos. So it's not a tourniquet that I would recommend people using if they don't have training for it. It's not something that I would use for myself because a cat is so much easier for an adult. But if you have kids,
I'm going to steal some comments. So perfect. People are chiming into, and we'll go backwards through the comments.
Right, yeah.
But yeah, so Julio Rivera says a Cat 7 usually can't fit a kid. And another Average Employed Gun Guy says SWAT T is good for skinny people and animals. So that's good to know. So something to think about. So I guess that does kind of change my thoughts about it. I don't think about having a tourniquet somebody's cat, but maybe
and honestly, a cat. So in the Discord I was talking about, I had a buddy with Army 7th Special Forces group, and he said that he had seen them use rats tourniquets on dogs. I've never seen it. I don't know if that's true or not, but if a dog had lost the lower part of its leg, they used the rat's tourniquet on the upper part of its leg to get the blood flow to stop until they could, suture it up or do whatever they needed to do.
Someone mentioned that I would just use a ratcheting cargo strap. It'll last long enough.
Yeah, and so that actually brings up a good point too. If you ever have to use a tourniquet, especially a Cat 7 tourniquet, something with, what do they call those, a windlass or whatever? I always forget yeah. If you ever have to actually use one, you're supposed to, when you're done with it, you toss it. One, it might have blood on it, but the other thing, it stretches out the fabric to the point where you can't use it a second time.
So, and I've read that too, and a lot of people say if you have number one, train with how to put one on yourself. But if you do that, that one you're training with is now not to be used in a real application, because you really should tighten it down enough to feel how god awful painful that is.
Yep.
It should get painful enough to hurt. But then windlass, whatever. They'll correct us in the comments, I'm sure. And just use that same one every time, but practice on how to do that.
Harry says, I carry a neck tourniquet on my battle belt.
So real quick, let's talk about what we're carrying. I saw someone made a comment like, oh no, Walsh is wearing a chest rig again. Yeah, Joe's not here to give me peer pressure and bully me out of my chest rig. But in reality, I absolutely love this one. I am not a chest rig guy, but holy moly, is this the coolest. So this is from Tracer Tactical, and I'll be doing a review on this and some more chest rigs later. I know having the guy that hates chest rigs do chest rig reviews, they're gonna be funny. We'll say that. But this Moab color he did is awesome. I'm trying to remember all the other cool tricks. Oh, I hooked this into a defense mechanism recondite backpack. I can hook the whole thing into it. This actually comes apart too. So this is the RELV Moab. He does these super crazy colors. So it matches the Moab pistol I have also. And the green screen's messing with everything. Sorry. It's really, really cool, this whole color. So what's neat about this, and it's one of my complaints, Jason, and I'll have to show this when I do the review, the actual whole placard setup comes apart. So instead of how you have to jam the inserts in and then fight to take them out, it actually unfolds almost like a flower. And then you put your inserts in and then build it back up again, because the size is always a little bit different. If I change this to AR-10 mags or a bunch of pistol mags, it's a little bit different. So I'll show that when we do the review of this later, but I'm a huge fan, and they got a pretty sweet logo too. So yeah. And the guy who runs this is really cool, really nice guy. So
yeah, I saw some of the things that they're coming out for that too, where you can actually connect a front and a rear bag into that and turn it into a plate carrier.
You can, and so he's thinking it from a mindset of placard first, carrier later, instead of hey, I'm trying to put a front placard on my. Go
ahead. I'll read it. I'll read it in a little bit.
Yeah. So instead of trying to put the placard on my plate carrier, he's trying to put the plate carrier on the placard. So it's really interesting because the way you use some of the same shoulder straps, but they interlace into the plate carrier, and it all connects in a really smart way. I'm really interested.
It's pretty cool. I was looking forward. Yeah, I saw that and I thought that was pretty neat. Immortal EO Technique says, what do you think of Kydex inserts? Are they really the bee's knees? I think he's meaning the S-Tac inserts for placards and stuff. Correct me if I'm wrong, Immortal. I personally like them, in a placard, having those S-Tac inserts.
If it's the option between the inserts, these ones are actually a little more separated channels. They're actually separated in a better way than the crappy normal elastic inserts are. So actually reindexing and putting things is a lot easier. But when you have the one that's just the straight across elastic with the 3 slots, you're gonna fight with that a ton. I don't like those. I like to do the Kydex ones instead. But the problem with the Kydex is it'll always be sticking out. So once you take everything out, so if I took all the mags out of this one, These are awesome mags, by the way. These are from Ballistic Advantage. But then this whole thing would sit flat. If I had the inserts, it would still be popped out because the actual Kydex inserts would still be pushing it outward. So it's a give and take, I think.
So average employed gun guy is asking, Walsh, is that from the same place that has the tunnel rat and copperhead patterns?
Yeah, same guy.
Raw Cookie Dough's asking, have you guys had hands-on with the new Primary Arms SLX Mini 3X? I can't decide between it and the larger SLX 3X.
So I saw the smaller, and here's my thoughts on it. The biggest thing you're going to run into with magnifiers, and Jason, you can let me know what your thoughts on here too, is eye relief. I have the full size one right here. So here's the full size. It's a 2.8 inch eye relief. That's pretty comfortable. I'll say that to you. It's the same as the Holosun HM3X, which is also 2.75, I believe. So these have very similar eye relief. That 3X Micro is 2.4. That doesn't seem like a lot, but that change, that small difference, was enough to where I could move my magnifier forward and still fit in a flip up M-bus or something. I would rather take some extra weight and have a little bit extra eye relief, but I haven't played with it. I think we're going to check it out. If it's the one that has the auto ranging on it, though, that thing looks awesome. Did you see that one, Jason?
I have not.
So there's one of the magnifiers that has horizontal and vertical ranging built into the magnifier. Cool. So if you have your red dot, or like the 503G that has like the 100, 200, 300, 400 markings, you could range something and then just put the correct dot on them. So yeah, that's pretty coul.
So Misfit saying Tegris inserts may be the new hotness. I'm waiting on them to come back in stock. I haven't seen those.
I have not either. I have not. That's kind of, the Tegris was kind of what the Ronin mag pouches were, and they were just super slick, which was weird.
Yeah. Harry's saying there's guys who sell Velcro straps to keep the inserts from protruding out so far. Yep. Yeah, there's a guy on eBay that you mentioned. Is this a TLD live chat 1 year anniversary? It is.
It is.
Happy anniversary, everyone.
Yeah. So this has been, so I want to say thanks that it has been 1 year for so many of you here. I don't know how many, I mean, Harry's gone through at least 4 different YouTube accounts since we've been going. I was looking at the member account. I think some people are like rank 4 already. Like there's some pretty high ranks. So big thanks to those people who come be members. You help us support everything. Which magnifier was that? That's the HM2. I'm in the middle of saying thanks, and we're already jumping to something else. Thanks to everybody, though. You're awesome. Thanks for supporting our channel. We get to do all this fun stuff. There's tables of stuff I have to show you.
Someone's going to have a seizure from your green screen.
I should probably turn it off. This is the HM3X magnifier full size. That's the full size with the side flip. And then the other one that I've shown a ton of times is the Holosun HM3X. This is my go-to for a long time. I like the way it flips to the side. I like how it doesn't have a button. It has a QD, so it can just QD on and off.
Very cool.
This is one of my I just throw this one in a pocket instead of leaving it on a rifle. So that's what I like.
Here you go. Raw Cookie Dough saying, I saw the auto ranging, but if you use a Unity mount, you would have the ranging thing upside down. Oh, interesting.
Oh, yeah, I have to play with that one. I don't use the if the mount costs $300, I've probably not tried it.
So SLX, not the HM3X. Okay. Oh, here you go. Misfit saying, can you bug Unity at SHOT Show for the Vortex Micro mount?
So
unless he really meant it's a Mirko mount, I don't think so.
No, I think it's micro. So go ahead.
Yeah. No.
So it's funny. We were talking, and I was. Somebody had liked some of our stuff on Instagram, and I was like, who is this guy? And I looked at this stuff later. Oh, I love how Joe's in the chat. I looked at this stuff later, and I realized he's actually in with Unity and was saying like, hey, if you're with Unity, come, want to see some Unity stuff, stop by our booth. So there's some people who are already watching our channel and watching our stuff that work at Unity. So we'll go say hi. I'll go tell them, Misfit, that you want him to do some stuff.
I clicked the wrong one. Average Employed Gun Guy says, I just got my shipping notification for my chest rig setup from Bees Combat System.
I don't know that more with them. I want to do a lot more with Bees. I'm gonna tell you right now.
You want to highlight Joe's comment?
Joe is supposed to be at home, so Joe couldn't make it tonight. Neither could Cody, but we still love them. Joe did say, "Can Walsh stop wearing chest rigs right now?" So I'm only really wearing it because Joe isn't here. I said, "Jason, is this cool?" He's like, "That looks way cool." And I was like, "Yeah, that's what I thought." And Joe's not around to be angry about it, and I don't even have it connected up completely.
Even better. Oh, hey, check this out. Who are you most excited for at SHOT Show, and why isn't it Modlight Systems?
I hate to inform you, but due to current and ongoing interactions, our relationship with Modlight is now terminated.
Yeah. So we were looking forward to it, Modlight, but then you turned us off.
I am looking forward to all the stuff from Cloud, though. They got some cool stuff.
Yeah, they do. So there you go. Check this out. Harry says, going to a one-day pistol class next Thursday with John McPhee. Very cool.
I don't know who that is. Hey, Jason, do you want to say a little bit more about, while they're getting some comments, get some more comments rolling? We still got to go backwards, I think, on some comments.
Yeah, we do. I just kind of gave up on those ones.
Dr.
Dole was on there. He was like the first comment. No, he wasn't the first one, but
the people at the beginning that were like
standing by,
saying nice things. Yeah. Like, what's up, everyone?
Wizard Hacker, Wizard Demis, Wizard Truth Boogs, Wizard Plus One Level.
Do you want to talk about the plate carrier you're wearing and your interaction with that one?
Yeah. So this is the Grey Ghost Gear Minimalist plate carrier. Actually, I have this thing on here that I just added. There you go.
Oh, look at that.
That was on the thumbnail.
What's on the one? What's the one underneath it?
So this one is one that we're going to be showing a lot more of. So this is the Night Core. The thing that I like about both of these compared to some of the ones that are out there is these are rechargeable.
Oh, so see, I have the Unity Spark ones, but the Spark's not rechargeable. You just throw it away when you're done.
And there's different mounts. So there's this mount, which is Velcro on the back, and it has magnets. So you can magnetize it to stuff, which I don't have anything metal to show you.
Is it only those two police colors though? Like just
no, it has. So if you hold down the button, see if we can do it. So there's that, and then it goes to. I forgot what comes next. You hold down for 5 seconds. So that's solid red, blinking red, solid green, blinking green, solid blue, blinking blue, and then solid white, blinking white. So
yeah, I've been playing with a bunch of the other lights, and I've been talking to Angry Sarge about them a lot too. One thing I find kind of annoying is usually you buy one color and then you throw it away.
Yeah. So this is rechargeable. It's a USB-C port that's recharging. Nightcore was really nice and sent these to us for us to take a look at. Like I said, so there's the mount that's magnetic and Velcro. There's also a curved Velcro mount for a helmet specifically, and then there's a specific attachment that you have that actually connects into the molle. So we're going to be seeing a lot more of these little Nightcore ones. I really like them.
We'll put one on a helmet. We'll play with it.
Yeah. Cool. Oh, here you go. Cloud Defensive doesn't have a weapon light like Modlight. You know, while Modlight is here, I will say that there was a video. Who was it? Was it Works Holsters? Did a torture test on a bunch of pistol lights, and the only one that came out on top was the Modlight, with some issues. There were some issues that it had, but it was interesting to me that the two that were at the very end that he was dropping off of a 2-story building was the Modlight and the Through Night. So the most expensive weapon light and the cheapest weapon light were the two that were at the end, and he dropped them off the building like 6 times before the Through Night finally broke. Yeah.
Part of me is really hoping that Modlight account is like Hop. Like, like I would be super happy if that was him. Like that was me the whole time. Like that's hilarious.
Misfit says, I got my Cloud Defensive Rain and MCB. Got a night class in February, so I'll let you know how it goes.
Oh,
very cool.
Secret info, super secret info. Cloud Defensive is selling some high-intensity heads tomorrow. They're not going to sell them again. I don't think they've ever sold them before. But instead of having the super long throw that some of those do, these are basically CQB heads that you could change out on your Rain to have super short throw, but like a wide splash. So watch their Instagram. No, sorry, not their Instagram. Sign up on their newsletter if you want to know about it. You have to go on their newsletter. They're going to say when it's for sale. It's going to be tomorrow and probably sold out really quick. It seems like it's a little bit on the down low. So if you want that, try to get one.
So since it's all hush hush, Walsh is telling everyone about it. Okay.
Yeah.
Just so you know,
I'm gonna be.
snitches get stitches.
Otherwise, I'll be that guy. Like, guys, look, I got the knife nook. And like, did you tell anybody about it? Like, no, I didn't tell anybody.
There you go. Favorite libertarian. He's my favorite libertarian. He says, "What's up, my dudes? Thanks again for answering a ton of my HCM questions. When are we getting a dedicated video on the HCM duty holsters?" So actually really cool. Walsh and I were actually talking about that today of trying to do a video where we, it's tough because we're in different states, but doing a video off each other where we're talking about the HCM holsters that we have. I'm really, really digging mine. It has gone on my belt and it has not come off since I got it this past week.
Yeah, so
I
same.
really, really like it.
I'm running. So there's two holster companies I'm really in love with, and that's Safariland and HCM. Safariland is, I think, top tier, and I think HCM is right there neck and neck. And there's some times when I would use HCM over Safariland or Safariland over the other one, like maybe with the more blase, like I have a Glock 17, like, okay, you don't really need HCM, a fancy, crazy, ridiculous HCM holster. The Safariland's going to fit you fine. But the more custom it gets, the more the Safariland has trouble getting into those niches. And I really want to do a Safariland versus HCM, because then when you get really custom, the HCM is still sleek and it's just super nice. Yeah, love it.
And you can still use all the things that I like about a Safariland. You can use with HCM, but you get cool colors, right? You still get the QLS system, you still get the level 2 hood, but then it's not just FDE or black or basket weave. You get pretty much any Kydex color or Cordura wrap that you want.
And the more rare, like the problem you run into too is the more rare or intricate a pistol is. Like I have my Staccato, like any sort of 2011, you're just not going to find holsters for them, particularly ones that work well. So I really like they say, like, yeah, your Staccato fits in this Safariland holster, and it kind of does. Like it holds it like you would hold if I hold a cup, like a coffee cup like this, like, oh yeah, it kind of holds it.
Well, just to talk about, let me read this comment real quick. So Sarge says, I have the Modlight PL350 for our holsters, but Modlight told me to pound sand on support. Yeah, it's hard to hear that, man. That's one of the things that Walsh and I were talking about. Some of these companies that, so I'll give you kind of some insider information for TLD. One of the companies that I really wanted to meet with was EOTech. And so EOTech released their calendar on the SHOT Show planner. I went on and I booked an appointment, and I came back on like 3 days later and I had a notification saying that their point of contact deleted our appointment. And I thought, okay, whatever, wrong. And maybe the system wasn't up to date and I picked the wrong date. So I go back in, I picked a different date and a different time. I emailed the point of contact and told them, hey, this is who we are. We'd love to come by and just check out your channel. 15 minutes is all we're asking for, just to show off your stuff to our viewers. Never replied to my message. He just deleted the calendar appointment again. And so now it's like, oh, this is going to be a huge middle finger to EOTech. If they ever reach out to us, I'm hoping at some point years down the road, they're going to be like, hey, can you check out the, and I'm going to be like, nope. Nope. Here's the screenshot.
And I want to say what's crazy too is that how many other people, we understand who we are. We understand that we're idiots, right? And but we think it's crazy how many other companies are like, hey, we make sure to come by, like Agilite, like, hey, we make sure to come by. Can we be on camera? Like, yeah, you guys can be on camera. And there's like, HRT is like, hey, what time can we put you guys down for? Even HRT is like, hey, I know another company that we would love for you to go talk to. You're like, yeah, we'll go chat with them. Unity, I mean, all these guys, like, we're nobodies. And these big companies are like, yeah, come on over, nobody. We come see what we got. We'll show you what we have. Me and Jason are going to take 10 minutes of your time. And a little more insider information. What me and Jason are trying to do is actually do a video every day. We're going to see if we can actually accomplish this. But basically what we're going to do is we'll do a quick little video of what happened during the day, kind of our highlights. And then ideally, Jason's going to put together one like super cut. Later on, we have a little bit.
Our time at SHOT Show.
Yes, but we're gonna do like basically be like day one and be like, all right, let's go in. You'll see us like going in, seeing everything, and then as we do interviews, you're gonna be seeing what we see. Obviously, I'm not gonna make it like 800 years long, so we're trying to make those like 10 minutes long, and then save some of those good bits. But at the end of each one of those videos, if you have something you want to see or a booth you want to see, just put it in the comment. I'm not paying attention to the comments.
Dr. Dole says, we understand that we are idiots. Most perfect quote to log into on a live stream.
No, see, he knows though, because what's funny is when Dr. Dole asks me about something, he's like, "Oh, like I put up a picture," and I'm like, "Hey, who wants to learn more about helmets?" And he chimes in. He's like, "Oh, I'd love to learn more." But it's like, Dr. Dole, you know more about helmets than I do.
Yeah,
but if you want to know more about,
sorry, go ahead.
I was just saying, if you want to know more about SHOT Show as we go through it, comment on those videos when we make them, and we'll go to those booths. We have tons of interviews, though. Our schedule is packed. We're really surprised how packed our schedule is.
Yeah, it is. Yes, it is.
Like, I was told
we made a calendar too to try to help.
Jason, I was telling my wife, I was like, you know what we didn't schedule at any day is lunch. Like the schedule just goes like the whole day.
I no joke. I have a box of like a Costco-sized box of like Kind bars.
That's what we're gonna have to do. There's no way around it.
Do. So and we're joking about it. So I made this calendar so we can keep track of like who we're meeting at what time on what day. And for some reason, Walsh keeps losing the link for it. And so he'll send me something. He's like, "Hey man, I made an appointment with company A Wednesday morning at 8:00." And I was like, "Oh great, that's like when we're meeting with Palmetto State Armory. Thanks for doing that."
Oh, we'll divide and conquer on that one.
Yeah.
And so what about this time? Like, no, you are already talking to someone at a different place. Like, I'll email them. I'll email them back.
Yeah. Average Employed Gun Guy says, with big names pulling out a SHOT Show, I hope it gives a chance for unknown brands, new innovation to be featured more. Yeah, there's a lot of these companies that we're going to go talk to that honestly, before SHOT Show, I never heard of them before.
And you bring up a good point too. It's something me and Jason were talking about, that we're worried. We're worried the whole thing may have been canceled, and we're kind of hoping that like maybe it did make some companies or YouTubers back off a little more, so that we can go in and where we normally wouldn't get the time of day. Now they're being like, "Yeah, come on over, show this stuff off." Yeah. And we're like, "Guys, we're idiots, but okay."
Let's see here. So Rock Cookie Dough, Mod Light says Cloud came out with a personal light before a handgun light. I did not know that. Rock Cookie Dough, I've been waiting on Safariland since October 14th.
So I think they're talking about how Clouds, they have a personal light that's coming out now. Like it's coming out really soon. And they don't have a whoever that is. They're spot. That Mod Light person is spot. I'm hoping it's hot. I really hope it's hot. Like he's the only person that would know all that information.
Misfit says, I got a Safariland ALS holster Glock 34 for my Roland Special. Just got to wrap it in MCD myself. Oh, wow. Okay. Wizard Dance Magic. Wizard +1 level. Wizard Demnies. Wizard Truth Boogs. Wizard Tacker. Hopefully Joe's listening, so he appreciates that.
Now, I'd say if you're going to wrap your own ALS holster, yeah, that's some Wizard level +1s. You can give those to me. You can level up.
Quarantine Catholic says, congrats on Jason for recommending HCM to me. Mine was shipped so quickly after my order. Crazy cool turnaround times. And yes, they sure to make it custom to optic and light, etc. Yep. And now we got a discount code. So
hey. And why me and Jason, not Jason, like them so much is because they can do that Safariland. I don't have. Do you have yours nearby? I don't have mine.
I don't.
They can do the level 2 hood. So level 1 retention is basically just the Kydex itself, and then level 2 is technically the latch, and then 3 is the hood. But anyway, whatever. But it gives you that little hood. So if someone were to pull on your weapon system, they couldn't get it off. You'd have to actually push down. And why I like that instead of the Safariland, in Safariland you have to come down to defeat the hood, then back down on the nub to pull up. And it puts my thumb in a weird spot. And I like how I can just come straight down on it. It pops the hood open, and then leaves my thumb exactly where I'm at to come meet up to everything else. So I prefer it.
Average Employed Gun Guy says, does anyone know what Bill Hicks and Company does or sells? I got a package for them and have no idea what's inside. Dildos.
Can we? I want him to come on the live right now and just open it. But I don't know. Let's open it. Let's find out.
Pulls out a gun or something. Guess we're getting shut down.
Like, just turn this off.
Yeah. So Quarantine Catholic has been very good, awesome in the Discord about peppering with questions and sharing her inputs, and it's been great to interact with her over there. Misfit says they don't have anything new. I think he's talking about Mod Light.
Oh, I don't know.
Or is it?
Why are you cutting in and out? Why are you going underwater?
Let's see here. It's great to see these bigger companies. Uh-oh.
You're kind of okay. I don't know why you're kind of going
Okay.
underwater a little bit. Oh, that's not me.
Uh-oh.
I don't think it's
My internet access looks good.
okay. All right.
Harry says it's great to see these bigger companies showing TLD some love. Yeah, we agree.
Yeah. I'm trying to see. I have something
Can you
to
hear me
reveal.
still, or am I echoing?
I can hear you. No, I can hear you.
Okay. Favorite libertarian. My favorite libertarian says, yes, good to hear. I'm needing that custom, not super bulky stuff. I'm picking up an M&P 9 2.0 full size, optic ready tomorrow. I already have a TLR1 HL and an HS 507, so Hollow 7 507C X2 to go with it. So it's that type of stuff that we were talking about. Like, you might be able to find a Safariland holster that'll fit that, but it's going to be black FDE or basket weave. Right. But let's say you want. Yeah. And so here's a great example. Walsh was given accidentally a Safariland, a holster for a P320, a Safariland holster for a P320, right-handed, and he's a lefty. And I'm thinking about buying a P320, and so I was like, "Oh, send it to me, I'll figure it out." But then I'm looking on their website, and it's like, "Oh, this fits a bunch of Glocks, and it fits like it's not a custom. It doesn't fit that gun very well." And so if I want something that has a good fit, I want to go with HDM, whereas I could buy with Safariland, and there's like 10 different guns light combos that'll work on that thing.
And don't get me wrong, Safariland is the top tier. Like, I think of them as top tier, but it's interesting, like what Jason said, like when it fits everything, it's also got to be able to, it can't just be molded for one thing. It's got to be able to be able to fit all these different things in. And that means it's got to be this kind of uniform shape, this uniform kind of big thing.
Yeah. Misfit says, better have your walking shoes on. I looked at the map, over 2,500 vendors. I think, what was it? It was something like 12 acres of vendors.
That's bonkers. Yeah. Jason's going to have me all over the place.
Oh, here you go. Dr. Dole says, sorry I'm late. It was bath time. Hopefully you smell good now. Now it's Jameson and ginger ale time.
Hey, can I do a big reveal?
Yeah.
So this is the first time we've ever done this on the live chat, but I have a live chat reveal of a new Grim Hunter tactical product. You guys have been asking us for forever, and I worked with them for a long time to finally get this put together. And I don't know why this doesn't exist on the market, but I want to share my screen, and I will show it to you. So now available over at Grim Hunter Tactical, there's a small change to this design. Can you guys see can you see my mouse, Jason? Can you see it moving?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So he's going to be adding the tab that goes in here. So there'll be basically a tab where you can actually choose the color. So then you could have multicam black or whatever. So what'll actually happen is you can store all your stuff in here, and then you could have a zippered pouch with that little tab sticking out, and you can undo one side of the zipper, pull on that tab, and then the whole thing comes right out by just pulling on that tab. So it'll match your plate carrier. You can have it be a different color so you can identify it. I love these medical inserts because you can just put all your stuff in them. That's a high fin chest seals compact. So it has I have one right here. So this is a prototype. So the one I have is actually a little bit different than the one he's actually going to do. We made some small changes to it. But it actually has a center chamber. Okay. So this chamber is where you can put the high fin chest seals, and then this part will actually be connected when you get it. It'll be in the new version. It'll be like
down, so you'll have like two.
These two little these two little pouches where you can put in like your quick clot or your compression bandages, and then whatever else. So you can put in here. So I can usually do a full kit, like a Circ Gen 2, almost all of it in one of these inserts. So what's awesome is instead of having this like dangler or medical kit that's hooked to you, and Dr. Dole may talk about it. Maybe his experience is a little bit different, him being like an actual medic. But like for me, it would make more sense to be able to pull this out, hand this insert to someone, and be like, okay, here, plug the hose in Jason's leg. Otherwise, I have to stand there as this thing next to me is folded open, and I'm covering for them, and I'm having to stay here. Like, okay, I need to move. Like, well, you can't move. You have all the medical supplies, ding dong. Like, okay, I guess I'm staying here. So I like these because then you could throw it to somebody. Same as in a vehicle or like from a civilian use. I sometimes just take the insert out and I'll put it in a different pouch or in something smaller. So If you're running a dangler, these are great. If you're running any sort of medical stuff, please, I'm telling you, get one of the inserts. Use discount code TLDCO. Save some money and get some inserts.
Yeah, man, I've been looking forward to that for a while.
Yeah, I think everybody there and their parents have been asking for that.
Oh, hey, you know what, Quarantine Cat? That is a great idea.
We should make a Google Calendar.
Yeah, if only someone would follow said calendar. That was
so Quarantine
creative.
Catholic. That is exactly what we have, and I don't check it.
With a Google call, you can just log in and coordinate your meetings. What? Walsh, this is genius.
It sounds fancy. It's
and I hope she understands that I am not making fun of her. I am making fun of Walsh right now.
It's funny because I'm the tech guy.
Yeah, I know. Hey, I lost that link. Can you send me? Well, what do we have here?
You added him and we moved. There we go.
What's
Look
up?
who it is.
What up?
Welcome.
Thanks. Sorry I'm late.
Everything's going great on my end.
It's all right. Yeah, we've just been making fun of Walsh, so.
Yeah, I have been in the comments, but
I haven't heard the read yet.
Says, make sure you guys are budgeting walk times into the schedules. I hear the place is massive and it can take 20, 30 minutes to walk from one end to the other. Yeah, we're trying to do about an hour.
We did not. Yeah, we did not do that.
Well, the ones that were scheduled at the same time, no.
No, so most places go from like 10 to 11 and then from 11 to 12. There's no gap to do anything. We're just going to teleport there.
So, Dr. Dole, the way that the SHOT Show planner system works, for the companies that have their calendars open, it's a 15-minute window. So even though I put it down from 10 to 11, it's really 10 to 10:15 that we scheduled with them. So that should give us 45 minutes to make a 2 hour and 11 o'clock appointment. Hopefully. Fingers crossed.
It's gonna be an adventure because I think we looked at the map and we're like, oh, that's no big deal. And then we go in there. We're gonna make this is gonna be impossible.
Yeah. Quarantine Cat says you should do a live stream for your viewers at some point with some of these companies for a Q&A. Don't know if they do that or not. I don't know if we're going to be able to do the live stream just because we've heard how loud it gets there. It's hard to hear what people are saying. So I think what we're going to do is try recording. We brought some additional mics to try to get some good recordings in for interviews and then put that together at the end of the night video to send out to our viewers.
But and Quarantine Catholic wasn't here for it, but we've actually had a lot of pretty big name people come in this goofy ass live chat. Like Mark, the CEO of LA Police Gear, he's come in and just like talked and shared ideas. We have the guys from Blackhound Optics. We could probably get the guys from Primary Arms over here to come talk to us about stuff. Yeah. So if there's someone you'd really, really love to talk to, I could probably trick him into being here.
Walsh can probably talk anybody into anything. There's a SHOT Show promotion for this boot company, and I told Walsh about it. I'm like, hey, dude, this company's doing a promotion. If we go try on their boots, they'll give us a free pair of socks. And he was like, bro, by the time I'm done, they'll probably be giving us a free pair of boots.
Like, let's go. Let's go get some free boots.
Also, be like, oh man, we should get some drinks after all this. Once it's all shut down, we should go to the bar and get a drink. Hey, first round's on me. And they sit down and be like, here's your beer and the microphone. Yeah, so what are you going to tell us? What's new coming out?
Yeah.
I promise I won't tell anyone except for our viewers.
I'm disappointed that only like 3 people gave you heck for wearing a chest rig right now. Why do you still have that thing on?
Oh, this is a cool. You see this Moab?
Dude, I love the camo.
This is awesome.
That doesn't matter though.
I did tell the guy who made this. I was like, we're gonna do a full carry on this, and he was like, yeah, because he was seeing the pictures of it. He's like, yeah, that's happening. Like that is happening.
Yeah. So, there you go. Zach Fett says, I wrap my own Safari Line holster, and oh my goodness, it looks like doo doo. Yeah. Try to use a thinner Cordura. It might help. Oh, here you go. Sarge says send it to him. They'll wrap it.
Oh, yeah.
Mine's wrapped in multicam, and it looks good.
Yeah, mine looks good.
Will you guys be adding TLR7? Oh, they're talking to Angry Sarge.
Oh.
Angry Sarge, you got TLR7 sub.
Is that different from the 7? This from the 7A? Is that different from this one? Is that the same?
It's smaller, isn't it?
That the sub is? Oh, I don't know.
I think so. So this is something I want to. I'm skipping some comments here, so I apologize. But Quarantine Catholic says, My first Discord ever, and I'm glad I joined. Thanks for helping me with my purchases. So if you got those of you that were here when Quarantine Catholic came on board, she was like, "What's up with the two scary guys in masks?"
Yeah.
And Walsh was
She
like,
was not feeling
100%,
this.
100%. She's gone. This was like 15 minutes later because we were so behind in chat. She's like, she's gone. I was like, no way. She's curious. She's here, and now she's probably become the most active person on our Discord this week, asking questions. We've been talking about Glock MOS plates. We've been talking about IFAKs. It has been fantastic having her here, and we're not as scary as she thought we were.
See, she needs to start on her path to becoming a full-blown level 100 wizard. So you got to become a member. You got to start.
And I don't know if a lot of people know the reference to that.
I guess we should share it. It came from Cody, and we always talk about, like, I don't know. You get some of these operator. We get some of the operator types like, listen, if you're doing super cool, crazy stuff, you can't do that. And usually Cody's comment back is like, listen, I'm not some level 100 wizard here. I'm just some guy just using it. And it just kept getting used and kept getting used because it was such a good explanation. Like, someone yelled at me about the Eagle operator belt that had like the Velcro flip.
I don't, just because I jump on WoW every once in a while doesn't mean I can't enjoy the game, right? Jeez.
I'm not max level here.
We're more Leroy than anything.
Yeah. So what's funny is we have the ongoing joke then you see with the emotes and the wizards and stuff. It's just kind of that hat tip to like someone who the tryhards, like who think that our channel is about going out in the yard, like you need to tell these guys proper military tactics. Like, bro, there was a soccer ball in the video half the time that I didn't notice. So yeah, it's all about not taking things seriously.
I think the video that I like showing to show like don't take Walsh seriously was the Odlo. It turns you into a
nobody
ninja
watches
short.
that. Nobody watches that video.
So good. It was so
that
good.
was so good. Yeah.
But
what's funny, you get these people that were like top of their game, like they were actually operator, right?
Yeah.
But they were operator 20 years ago. And if you look, the training and the tactics have completely changed in the last 20 years.
Yeah.
It's not even close. So all training, updating, if you ever think that you're level 100 wizard, then just quit. Just stop the game because you're not.
So Joe, I got this comment and it was on the Eagle operator belt talking about how dumb I was because I didn't realize the Velcro was flipped because of the special forces operators who don't want to damage their wetsuits. And I'm like, listen, special forces operators aren't going online and buying this from the website, right? They're not buying this off Amazon. If you're building a belt for that niche, those 3 guys in America who are going to use that, then why are you selling it to the rest of the commercial environment? Like,
exactly. And that's what makes me mad about all of this is if all you care about is, level 100 wizard stuff, right? Then you have a government contract and that's all you make your stuff for.
Yeah. Why are you going to sell it to us? Like,
all right.
We're not going to use that.
Why even bring it out?
So here, 12 Bravo, Texas. Safariland has become the snobbery go-to for holsters. I've heard too many times only SP or Tier 1 units use only Safariland equipment.
No, I'll say about this, I'm not going to bash on Safariland because
I love them. I
have a thigh rig up in my closet that has the actual hood latch that you like, Walsh, that you're talking about. Safariland does make that.
But they do. I have it on my.
It did me justice all through Afghanistan. In my law enforcement career on the civilian side and in my military side, I bought their stuff, or had it issued to me. And I will say this is very, very rugged.
Yeah,
very rugged.
And when I say I put Safariland and HCM together, that's a hat tip to to HCM because I put Safariland at the top 2.
Yeah, but here's the thing, and that's their main customer base, right? Is law enforcement. It's for duty stuff, duty gear. Yeah. We'll call it duty gear, right? And let's be honest, there are some very specific brands that most people buying it for duty stuff carry. So of course they're going to carry everything for Glock. Of course they're going to carry everything for Streamlight. and RMR. But I mean, you just fulfilled 90% of your customer base with those 3 brands. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And add the Surefire X300, and then you have that's all.
Yeah.
The duty
So
right.
if you're buying an what's the new SIG 320 that the military carrying at the M17?
M17.
Yeah. So if you have an M17 or a Glock and you have a Surefire flashlight, you're in there like swimwear. Like, go for it. If you're trying to get an AREX Delta with an Olight, nah, they're not going to have that.
So here's something Angry Sarge said. Well, good news. We have 2 holsters going to SEALs to try out. So we're making waves. That's awesome, man.
Oh, Jason, I have one more thing to show you. I forgot one more little toy I got from Grim Hunter Tactical. I know I got to show these to you, but remember the little mesh-tastic nodes that I showed you a while ago? And I tried these with some of the current pouches they have. And I don't think these ones are live yet, but they're going to go live. If I can get a show. These ones are going to go live on their site soon. So these are actual mesh-tastic pouches that you can add to your
very cool
stupid green screen. Stop doing that. So these are actual mesh-tastic pouches that you can add to your plate carrier, to your battle belt, to whatever, that fit the actual doodad in there. If I can show it and then have the antenna sticking up. So then you could have just this whole contraption set up. So they're going to sell these too. So if you're interested in doing this, I'm going to show, when I show the video of the actual mesh-tastic and what you can do with this, I think you're going to be way more interested. Now it's like, oh, cool, it's a pouch for a thing. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
But this is going to be pretty cool because then you can actually access the buttons. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I don't know if you're laughing at me, Jason, or a good comment.
No, I'm not. Comment. So Dr. Dole says medical inserts that are for individual kits, I want them attached to me. Doing self-aid, something I did to myself in Afghanistan, is a hell of a lot harder than you think. And so to me, I think part of it, Dr. Dole, having something like one of those ones that kind of accordion open, if you got something too close to you and your plate carrier might be in the way, that's my issue that I see. Whereas having a insert that you could pull out and have in front of you or I don't know, something that's easier to see. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, I would think I would like to throw the insert down and then work from the insert on the ground.
Yeah, never done it though.
Right next to them,
So, Gen Z says 20 push-ups for being late, Joe.
Yeah, I know. It's a long story. My wife's not feeling well, and normally I'd be by her bedside at the hospital right now, but they won't let me in the door. So I sat outside in the parking lot for 2 hours and then really had to pee. So I came home.
Listen, Joe I know would have just peed outside on the top.
Right, but it's frowned upon in city limits, so I didn't want to get arrested.
Okay. I've been on trips with you before.
Let's see here. This was saying rent a Segway or a hoverboard. I would probably crash.
I was going to say, too bad we don't have a person here that has a bunch of electric skateboards that you guys could borrow, but that's intermingling channels. It gets messy.
Average Unplugged Gun Guy says, doesn't ATAC sync your schedules?
So that brings up a good thing and kind of something I talked a little bit about Doc Dole about. Everybody wants to have an ATAC video, but it's really hard with ATAC. Like we could probably talk for like hours and not do much about ATAC. So what I came into 2 scenarios. One, I could teach you very broad things on it in a normal period of time, and then you're not very good at it. Or I teach you like just one thing, and you can do one thing on ATAC. So Dr. Dole got me a good idea. Get a video that links some really good descriptions of how to do all the other little pieces. So you can have one reference video to see how to do it all. And then I'm giving you all the experts that really know it better than me. So that's probably what I'm going to do in a good ATAC video. So it'll just be me like, now watch this one. But no, it'll be more entertaining than that. But you get the idea.
Probably not. We've seen your videos.
Dr. Dole says, you drop stuff all the time for medical bags intended to treat others, CLS and aid bags, no tether. Simple bag, open, and not go. Okay.
What are we talking about?
IFAKs
medical
on your
inserts.
plate carrier, IFAKs.
Grim Hunter made some inserts.
Someone else.
Yeah.
What's your favorite product you've seen announced pre-SHOT Show? Ooh.
So I'll tell you what mine is, and I haven't even seen it yet, and I'm that excited about it. And that's the Agilite K19 placard system. And I haven't even seen it yet, and I'm excited about it.
So I don't know if they're going to have it at SHOT Show. I don't know if I got a special sneak peek, but I did see Audi Gear's new pattern for their low vis plate carrier, and supposedly they're going to have a load bearing plate carrier there too that I haven't seen, but that's what I'm looking forward to checking out.
Dude,
Yeah,
I think mine went released a long time ago, and I don't even know all the info to it. Not Jason, you know better than me. I don't even know the brand name.
That's what you like. It's that Browning high power, right?
No.
that Springfield SR25. Is that what it was?
No, that wasn't it at all.
What was the other Springfield one? Was the other Springfield one the rifle?
No, it's the Mike something or other, the rifle that is
Foxtrot Mike.
Yeah, Foxtrot Mike.
The
I really want to try that upper.
like Zerkov 15 or something like that.
Yeah,
I don't know, but it's the non-reciprocating one, or it reciprocates, but it's not a full bolt carrying group. And I think it's piston operated. And the charging handle can flip from either side.
I think
it is.
It's similar to the BRN, but it's Foxtrot Mike.
Yeah.
So maybe it'll shoot better than a 2 MOA group.
Listen, the Doc's only 2 MOA anyway.
True.
I
really want to try that upper.
I want to try that new primary arms LP. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to do that primary arms that low weight LPVO they have.
Yeah, those compact
10 ounces.
compact LPVO.
Yeah, they drop 10 ounces on that. It goes from 26 to 16. That's a huge difference. That thing was a brick.
My favorite libertarian says some tactical company is going to come out with their version of wheelies, shoes with wheels that pop out in multicam black for SHOT Show. I would wear those all day, every day, and I'd be
especially with advancements in technology. You can put little motors in those. I don't want to have to run, like sprint and then slide. I just want to like rock back on my heels and push a button.
Could you imagine if I got good enough to shoot with those things on, or they're off road and I'm just like peeling through? You can't see my feet, but I have my heels up and I'm just like, oh, I'd be so happy.
12 Bravo Tech says, while you're at SHOT Show, ask Rocky why it's taking so damn long for SV2 boots to get to market. I know exactly why, 12 Bravo Tech. It's because Joe bought all of them.
Yeah.
Because he goes through a pair every month running his plate carrier on.
Hey, I know when I reached out to Rocky about their boots, they said that they couldn't even spare one pair of boots. They did. They honestly said that. They were like, I'm like, hey, I'm going through their boots. They're my favorite boots. I'm running in them. I'm doing all this stuff. You know, where can I get a pair? Blah, blah, blah. And they said, sorry, but Rocky sent me to the company that they have deal with people like me.
Yeah.
And then they said that they can't spare one pair of boots. They can't.
Yeah.
That's how hot the market is. So what I did is I reached out to LA Police Gear, and LA Police Gear was like, absolutely, we have them in stock, and they're actually sitting.
I was gonna say I'm actually wearing them.
Actually, I am wearing a pair, and there's this pair right here.
I don't think
so.
Now, I'm thinking about how long I've known you. I don't think I've ever seen you not wear those.
No, he haven't.
I see him.
So if you're really looking for them, LA Police Gear, and use our discount code, and not Jason will throw a link on Telegram or somewhere for them. Yeah. But in case anybody doesn't know, because I'm in the market for safety-toed boots now. They actually make those boots and safety toes, so I'll be buying a pair of those.
Yeah, I think that's what I used back in the day. I think I use Rockies most of the time with the metal.
Yeah. My favorite libertarian says, I can confirm the TLR7 fits the Walther PPS M1 with a number 4 key. Just have to shoot this weekend to confirm it stays on under recoil, but it feels super solid.
So that's what. Remember? So what's funny is Joe was trying to do this mod for the Hellcat, and he was trying to get the PL2 Mini.
Yeah,
trying to get to work with the Hellcat, and he's like, "Well, if I take the bar out, and then it works." I'm like, "Oh, dude, you have found the genius solution." Then he goes and shoots it, and it like cut these grooves into the actual bottom of the pistol.
It made 2 little indents into the bottom.
I was like,
and that was only the little locking lever, because the Hellcat's so small. Like when I went thumb forward and I shot, it was digging into my thumb, like 25 rounds, and I had damage on my frame. I mean, not bad. They're just 2 little marks, but my thumb was like numb for a week.
I remember it was like this is the most. It was like this is the most genius plan, guys. And we're like, wow, Joey, that is
Yeah.
genius. And then like,
Yeah.
then they right after you're like, guys, that is a bad plan.
Don't do this. Whatever you do, don't do this.
All those people that I commented on Facebook saying, "Hey, I had a buddy that did it. He said it worked fine."
Yeah.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Mhm.
There you go. Dr. Dole says, "Not Jason. Sorry if it wasn't clear. I love the inserts you can pull out so long as they are tethered to me or my kid." I gotcha.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Quarantine Catholic says, "Sorry about that, Joe. We had the same issue with the hospital too. It sucks you cannot see your loved ones. Keep your wife and you in my prayers, Joe."
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that, and so does she. Hopefully, that's why I keep closing the camera down. I'm texting back and forth to just keep you posted.
Yeah.
Hopefully, she'll be able to. It looks like she's going to be able to come home tonight. So
sweet.
that's good.
That's awesome. Angry Sarge says 550 cord keeps my stuff stuck to me. It's kind of okay.
Oh my God, Misfit. So Joe, you got to see this. Misfit says off-road electric skateboards are the ultimate recce setup. Joe, if you haven't been following his e-skate channel, definitely has what I would call the ultimate recce setup. Then
Can I show it? Isn't that allowed?
what? Yeah, this is a tech. This is the oh, go grab it. Bring it over here.
This thing's huge, dude.
So if you guys didn't know, Joe does another channel. When we started Thin Line Defense, Joe actually was starting his own channel on electric skateboards. He probably has like 6 or 7 of them. So yeah.
Yeah. How many do you have now? You got like 8?
That many?
So yeah, if you want to learn about e-skateboards, Joe really does know a lot about it.
Dude, this thing 50.
I'll find a link. I'll drop it in our comments.
Yeah.
50 pounds.
What? But okay, so I didn't get to see your video on it because I've just been bad about watching your videos lately. Was that thing pretty cool?
Dude, this thing it's a love-hate relationship.
Okay, one pause. So the same way Joe that I review tactical gear, Joe does the same thing about these e-skateboards. He'll tell you if something's trash, and he'll tell you the truth about it, even if it costs a ton of money. He's not got brand loyalty.
This one a ton of money. This is like 2 or 3 of them combined. But yeah, it like when you pay that much and like you got to figure stuff out and the stuff and programmed into the app, right? And like there are a lot of tweaking, really annoying to me. And then finally I went on a 16-mile ride on off-road trails, and this thing, I'm like, this is the best purchase ever. So
is that video already up? Or are you still working on that one?
Actually, so out of like 11 minutes of recording, 6 of them had no sound for some odd reason. So yeah, that video will never go up.
You should
Joe's
just
like, I gotta go out again.
Just voice over like this is me sounding like I'm having a good time. Like wee.
Yeah. I thought about doing that, but it's another excuse to go out and ride them more. So
Recce boards.
Yeah, see, I'm telling you, like Joe's gonna be all kitted up, just scooting through the woods. Like I think I saw something. I think it was a grown man on a skateboard.
Yes, with a gun.
Just zing.
Oh, here you go. Rock Hikido says, dude, think about it. If you don't have to step, you don't have to readjust on steps. That's some gamer stuff.
Yep. Just float.
Oh, here you go. Misfit's asking, Joe, are you jealous you don't have a hatchet?
Oh.
Yes. I even commented in that.
I was like, that was the first thing I thought of. I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. Oh, Joe's going to be so mad.
Yep. I saw that. He sent the picture, and I'm like, ooh, I want that.
So what's funny is for a while there, he'd get the subscription boxes and like, does anybody want this crap? And we're all like, no, that's okay. And what's funny is like everyone saw the hatchet. And we're like, I wonder if he wants that hatchet.
Yeah, I have a Gerber kit underneath the seat of my truck that I've had for a long time. I need to pull it out. It had like a flashlight, it has a saw, a hatchet, and an e-tool all in it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Misfit says, this is that gun, Joe, the FM15, the Foxtrot mic.
Yeah.
Foxtrot mic.
I've been watching those videos. That in an 11.5 inch would be sexy with a folding brace. That would be cool.
See, but here's the thing. They had the 9mm over
brothers
over Black Friday sales. They had the 9mm upper for like $350, And I'm like, no way. $350, I'm buying one, but I don't want it in 9mm. I have my CMMG 9mm. I'm never going away from that. So I started looking for 5.56, and 5.56 is still $800. I'm like, how does this make sense?
Zach says rec key. Oh, there you go. Misfit's asking, how fast does that go, Joe?
See?
So
Here we go.
You watch my video, my
Faster than
Anzra.
he is comfortable with.
Yeah, my Anzra, I got the death wobble at 30 miles an hour with no helmet, no protective gear, no nothing at 30 miles an hour, and almost came off that board on asphalt. So I don't do top speeds anymore.
I still have scars on my hand. I don't know if you can see those 3 dots.
Yeah. And that was from like,
that was like 15 miles an hour?
Yeah, 15. And it knocked the air out of you.
Yeah, he came rolling up, and I was like,
so yeah,
hey, buddy, how you doing?
So if you watch some of Joe's videos, there'll always be somebody asking how fast it goes, and then Joe will try it, and he always gets near 30, and was like, "Listen,
yep, that's it,
30."
Yep,
I've never seen him go past 30. He's like, "Listen, after that point, you will probably die. So best of luck anyway."
That Cali is probably capable of, like, if I had to guess, like 35 or 40 miles an hour, but I'll never know. I don't do it for that. I love snowboarding, and that feels like that's almost snowboarding on concrete.
Yeah.
And I do it right out my front door instead of have to pay all the money and go all the way up to the mountain and stuff. And
we'll have to see some videos.
Caleb says Joe wants to be a mobile tank. Oh, 12 Bravo says he wants to see you on a 1 wheel.
No, I won't do those either. I think they're a waste of money.
Well, they're expensive. I'm kind of surprised how expensive they are.
Dude, they top out at 15 miles an hour, right? You have to lean to control it. So if you start going downhill, and then you're trying to stand flat, so I'm putting on the brake. You know, when you're going uphill, it thinks that you want to go faster. I'm just not interested. I knew somebody that had one. He had like 1% left, and it's only on your phone. And he could see his house, and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna make it." And when the battery died, it threw him off, and he broke his wrist. I'm like, "No, I'll pass."
So that's what's cool, and Joe will show you on his channel. They actually have remotes for all those e-skateboards. Yeah. So he's got like little controllers in your hand, and they show you how much battery power left and how far you've gone. Yeah. So yeah, if anything you want to know about e-skateboards, trust me, Joe knows.
Here you go. Misfit says this is the new wave taking over tactical gear Reddit.
Just wrecking e-skateboard. Like with somebody this channel. What happened on you guys' 1-year anniversary channel? Oh. Dude, we talked about skateboards. Wrecking skateboards.
That's how it always goes, man.
So Raw Cookie Dough says SIG MCX Spear review when? They aren't even that expensive. Aren't they like $1,800?
They're chambered in 227.
What?
277.
Wolverine?
Yeah, some Krakow Wildcat round.
You can
change it.
That's
you
cool.
can rechamber it into 6.5 Creedmoor. But I don't know if I would bother to do that.
Why would you buy a rifle with a
there
niche caliber? So I have a couple rifles with Wildcat calibers, right? I mean, a Wildcat caliber is a caliber that no one makes ammo for it. You can only make it yourself. And it's not that it I mean, there's some that outperform others, but it's kind of fun having a caliber that no one else makes, and you're making this bullet yourself. You're fireforming the brass, but I wouldn't buy a gun that's chambered in that. I would want to build one out for that. I didn't know that the spear was like that.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind it in 6.5, but then I'd have like the third
Instagram flex. That'd be it.
I would love to have Joe all geared out on an e-skateboard and put that for an Instagram flex. Like, people will get so mad. It would be so mad.
Harry says electric board, carbine, Casey Jones mask, epic combo. 8K is chump change for TLD. I don't think so.
What? Misfit sponsoring it, I guess.
Yeah. If
Thanks,
that's the
Misfit.
case,
we appreciate it.
Where are PBS 14s at? Because that's half that. We'll get that right now.
Dad's in the chat. He says, Walsh, what chest rig is that?
Oh,
yeah. That he can actually buy.
Yeah, this is one. This comes from Tracer Tactical.
Just stop.
This thing's awesome. Don't you even?
Stop.
This is from Tracer Tactical.
Dude, that camo pattern is awesome, and I'm sure the company is awesome.
Yeah.
It
is
awesome.
Put it
So,
inside
Joe-
a backpack and I'll be fine with it.
It
Joe.
actually hooks into the defense mechanisms recondite. You can hook it onto the back of that.
Yeah, go ahead and do that.
So the one thing that I was looking at that I thought was cool with this thing is you can actually, they're coming out with plate bags, a front and rear plate bag that weave into it. So I'm interested to see how well it's going to be as a plate carrier.
Yeah, I heard y'all
thought you were
talking about it
joking.
at the beginning.
The spear costs $8,000, really? The SIG MCX spear?
No way. Who are they? They're going to sell a gun you can't buy ammo for $8,000. What?
I mean, if you're gonna sell that gun, that's how you do it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Let's be honest.
We know they are making that YouTube money. Niche calibers are for niche purposes like PRS or operatoring. I should show you how much money we make from YouTube.
Yeah. When you find that YouTube money, can you send it to us?
yeah. Listen, you ain't gonna get rich having be on YouTube. Well, you could maybe be like $1 million guy.
Gary says, when is the TLD giveaway for the MCX spear? It's going to be after the PVS 14.
Yeah.
Yep.
I would love like if we get to 100,000 subscribers, I would love to be able to just give away a set of 14. How cool would that be? Be like, listen,
That'd
that's
be cool.
how far we've come that we're gonna give away something this crazy.
Lies at 7. Okay, I'm going to look this up right now.
There's no way.
Dude, it's I'm more mad about Springfield Armory not making a 2011.
Holy cow! It is $8,000.
I mean, there's probably people just lining up for that thing.
Yeah, what they're doing is they're selling it to
Oh.
competition shooters. Oh, maybe
It's
not.
It's a 277 Sig Fury, so it's not a 277 Wolverine. Get out of here, ad. Stupid ad.
The Army turned that firearm and caliber down. They failed their testing.
Yeah.
That's just like the ACR when it first came out, remember?
Maybe they're just trying to offload it after the military said they're not going to buy
Yeah,
it.
that's what happened with the ACR.
I know. I
And
still
then
want to get
I
an
thought
ACR.
they were crazy that they wanted $2,500 for the ACR, $3,000, whatever it was.
Well, just look at the deal they're giving you on this one. It's only $8.
Yeah.
It's only $8,000. Think of the
Broken
guns you
deal.
could buy for $8,000. And
Dude,
and
I bought my wife's
two
Mini
Scar
Cooper for
17s.
$8,000.
You could buy 2 Scar 17s
or you
and
could
have
buy,
money for ammo.
or you could buy one MCX Spear and have a
Yeah,
kind
this
of
is
an
something- so
AR-15 you could get for
Or you could
$800.
probably buy my entire 30 gun collection.
And it's Rocket just says, and it's 13 inches, so you have to SBR and tax stamp the can too. Element.
Oh my! So it's double tax stamp too. Goodness.
Oh,
But
but
does
it
it
comes
come
with 2
with-
boxes of ammo.
Does that can come
Nice.
with it? The silencer come with it?
Yeah, it does.
Oh, that's probably
Zach says Springfield has something new coming tomorrow. I saw that. I wonder what it is.
it's probably another single stack 2011.
9mm 1911.
Yeah.
No, probably
Right,
some
yeah.
recreation of a gun that nobody really wants anyway.
16 PSAs. I'm gonna. If it's awesome. I'm gonna be so happy if it's a 2011.
We should count things in how many PSI rifles it is. Like, oh, I could buy a car. That car is only 14 PSA rifles.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to remember that from now on. Dr. Dole says U.S. Army Next Gen Squad Weapon decision is supposed to come out in a few months. If Sig Sauer wins, the 277 Fury will become the new U.S. Army caliber. Also, Spear is still technically a prototype.
Oh. So it could get bigger than
like a 6.8 caliber that was coming out.
But why would you reveal something that I don't know? I get it. I get it.
When you look it up, it says unavailable. Yeah.
I guess it's kind of like that one alien gun that everybody loved, that pistol that everything rode on top of the pistol.
Yeah,
but it was like
I like that.
$5,000.
Yeah, it's 4.
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
that. You guys
do
will
too.
probably see it at SHOT Show. They've been at SHOT Show the last couple
You'll
years.
probably be
Who
there.
has?
I think it's awesome, but I'm not going to pay that for it.
No, I'm not gonna pay that, but you go shoot it.
What are you talking about?
The
The
alien.
gun.
Oh yeah.
Where the only thing that I don't agree with that gun is because it's only the sides that move, right? You have to pinch it in order to charge it.
Yeah,
And think about all the different single hand manipulation where you just jam your sight post into something to rack it. All that's out the window.
Well, what about the sights? Or the sights just stay
Yeah, the
still,
whole top of the gun stays put where it's at.
because it reciprocates inside the actual thing, just so it just sit there and just fires.
Yeah.
So I want to have a small rant. I'm not going to name brands or anything, but I was
will.
talking to not Jason about this, and then to Joe and everybody. I found that there was an ambidextrous charging handle. This I don't know what got me into this, but what happens is, so the ambidextrous charging handle means you can operate it from the left side or the right side, right? And it says that it ports gases away from your face. Now, if you were using an ambidextrous charging handle, which way would the gas need to go to stay out of your face? Up. Nope. This fool shoots it right to the left. So if you're a left-handed shooter, it just ports it right into your eye. Like, thanks for making it truly ambi, so we can all enjoy this together.
What's funny, I just bought one of those as a gift to a left-handed shooter.
Mad.
Harry saying Mini Cooper, MCX Spear, Casey Jones mask, epic combo. My favorite libertarian says, "Good night, dudes. I'm off to have a weird dream about e-board 3-gun matches. Stay free and God bless." What's up? Thanks, man. Appreciate you being here. Springfield Bullpup.
Like,
I'm interested.
It would be so awesome if Joe had a Springfield Bullpup. He would just be angry at everything.
No, I would look like Two-Face.
So Raw Cookie Dough says, for what is basically going to be a $10,000 gun, they should add in their top of the line BDX scope and rangefinder.
Yeah, 100%. So then it only halfway works when you use it too. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah. Immortal EO Technique says, "Sig always wins, baby." Does SHOT Show have a range day? Yes, but you have to be invited.
We listen. We weaseled our way in. We didn't make it to the actually legit range day. Someone may have been like, "Who are those idiots?"
Yeah. Here you go. Ian at Forgotten Weapons did some Lago Alien videos that are pretty cool. I gotta check those out.
Yeah, it was cool. One of my favorite shooters to see, because he reviews so much stuff, is Honest Outlaw, because I just like the way he shoots, where he talks about stuff, and he went and shot that thing. And I remember showing it to Joe and not Jason, like seeing an actual good shooter, seeing him shoot that thing, he was just wrecking it, and I was like, goodness. So yeah.
12 Bravo says, or you can get the Guns and Blades monthly box for $15,000, limited edition, 12 sets made. You get a new pistol or blade each month for the year. You get 1911s, 2011s, etc. Dang, I didn't know that.
So for wait a minute, go back.
$15,000
for the year.
You can get, so basically you get a gun. Is it a gun and a knife, or a gun or a knife each month? You
get a new pistol or blade each month for the year. Imagine getting a 2011. Like, oh, here's your staccato this month. Like, oh,
yeah, I better get 12 of those.
Gen Z says, "Hey Joe, I'm now convinced to buy an e-skateboard with all my kit on. I'm about 300 pounds. Which one would you recommend?"
None of them.
Yeah.
Actually, the Cali NYC, if you could really fit that bill. Yeah, 300 pounds. That's asking a lot out of the.
So and what's interesting about this is Joe talks about on his e-skate channel being 200 pounds. He's considered a heavier rider.
Yeah,
it's just interesting to think about in terms of that. I don't consider it that way, but yeah, he has to like change the gearing and things because like I'm a bigger guy at 200.
Yeah.
Dr. Dole says, it's a 6.8 by 51 is the military designation of SIGs. They have mentioned they plan to sell the identical loading to civilians as 277 Fury. Okay, because the 277 Wolverine is a 5.56 brass that's necked up to a 277 or 6.8 millimeters. So this is a 308 brass, or at least the same dimension of the 308 brass that's that'd be necked down to a. That'd be interesting because you get the powder capacity. If it is a 308, you get the powder capacity of a 308 with the bullet size, a lighter weight bullet. Man, I bet you get some distance out of that.
So, Jason,
I bet you get some speed out of that.
Yeah,
that's going to be 25 to 3,000 feet per second.
Yeah.
Jason, since it's using the 308 cartridge, then I know we talk about 308s. The barrel life's usually around 10,000, and a 6.5 Creedmoor's around 2,000 to 3,000. Would that give you that in between barrel life, or would it shorten it from the 6.5?
I don't think it would shorten it from the 6.5. It would shorten it from the 308 though. Just because
Yeah.
you have
That's
faster
moving
rounds
way
down.
too fast.
Yeah, just tear it. So
You
maybe
have to see what
in the
velocity is
5,000
gonna
then.
be, stuff like that. Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Sirius VHS bullpup. I fired an AUG last weekend. That is an amazing gun. I've never shot one. I really want to. Any recommendations for a rangefinder? I like the SIG ones, the SIG Kilo rangefinders.
Yeah, so the SIG Kilo, the SIG BDX, I do like those. I like what they do. I turn all those features off. I just use the stuff that's in a rangefinder app because I find it where I can get a better mathematical calculation on all the pieces I want. The BDX rangefinder sometimes import some things and not others. So I find that it's a little bit off. So I just use line of sight mode, turn everything off. One of the cooler ones I've been looking at is that Vortex Ranger HD 4000. It'll range out, like, pay attention to what it says for deer target. Think of that for when it says deer, that's what it's going to be for like a rifle target. So if it says, it's a 2000 rangefinder for reflective targets and then 800 yards for deer, well, you can only really range out to 800 yards for a normal target. So the 4000 will range out to 4000, which then I think it does deer at like 2800 or something. So you can range everything, and then it doesn't have all the extra features and crap you're not going to use anyway.
Yeah. Let's see here. Immortal EO Technique says, take a shot for every booth that mentions Recce. Dude, we'd be out by like 9 in the morning.
Oh my God, too much.
Quarantine Catholic says, I enjoy Honest Outlaw videos. He shoots so far right on the money.
I love his shooting too. I love his technique.
Yeah.
I love listening to him. I think he has good things to say.
Misfit was mentioning, he's talking about Zach mentioning shooting the AUG. He says, I saw one at the range a few months ago. It is an intention grabber for sure. I weighed myself with it on about 165. Oh, with kit.
Oh,
dang, you're skinny.
Yeah.
Dang.
So 165.
Dang.
Listen,
I think Joe is still your choice to get a. You would recommend people getting Andras?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Go to my channel. You'll see why in their discount code. But the Anza.
Mm-hmm.
The Anza Black Card version 2 belt drive.
But go over to his channel so you get a discount code if you decide to buy one. Misfit Army, it gets overlooked a lot because it's funky looking, but it shoots nice. I bet you it does. You know why it came to mind recently? Last month, I watched the greatest Christmas movie of all time, Die Hard.
Of course.
And they have that in there. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I just don't trust it. I don't have any problem with bullpups because the concept is great, right? But if you haven't seen a video of a gun coming apart, just keep watching gun video on YouTube. Eventually, you'll stumble upon one that comes apart. Now, that could have been whoever put it together. That could have been putting the wrong caliber in it. It could have been whatever. But when those guns come apart, the person normally freaks out and stands up. And if they had safety glasses on, they normally walk away from that pretty unscathed. Now put your cheek on top of that.
Well, and also we watch most of them. They usually explode from the magazine down, which I find very interesting.
Yeah, magazine down, path of least resistance, right? But every once in a while, it'll come up and out the top, and a lot of stuff doesn't come back. If you have safety glasses on, you're probably okay, but not if your face is on top of that.
Misfit says 300 blackout and a 5.56. Seen it on Reddit 3 times in the last week. Happens all the time. And so I do a thing for me. All of my 300 blackout mags are FDE, and all my 5.56 mags are black. And that's just because I'm an idiot.
And
that's a way for
stipple
me to
them.
Yeah.
Stipple the FDE mags so then you have texture too.
Let's see here. Matt B, our Aussie, says, will you guys do a rifle sling series? We did a McLean.
So I have more. I have 3. I have 3 to try. I'm gonna do one video where I show you 3 of them. So
I just bought 3 of them. The top 3 on the market.
Yeah.
Oh,
and I don't even need to do a video. I'm telling you right now, the Magpul sling.
Oh no, I got you beat. Well, no, maybe we got to compare some. So yes. So the answer to this guy's question, yes, I have the Warrior Poet sling. So Joe has the real slings. I have the hype slings. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's what I have. But the Warrior Poet sling, the GBRS sling, one is not a hype sling, is the defense mechanism sling. So I will show you those maybe we can do one me and Joe together. We'll do
What's the Warrior Poet one? The Blue Alpha Gear or whatever?
No, that's the one with that weird like locking thing.
It's like the magnetic lock. It's their new one that they came out with.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So their old one used to be the Blue Force Gear or Blue Alpha
Yeah,
Gear.
Blue Force Gear. I have that one. That's the one that the nylon looks like is from the 1980s.
Yeah.
The webbing.
Yeah.
I'll have to see that.
It's on,
It's
that's
ridiculous.
what's on my West Germany MP5.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Misfit.
That's
Webbing.
a perfect thing to it.
Yeah, you guys are gonna be surprised. I really like the GBRS is actually my favorite. They're not my favorite battle belt, and you guys are gonna be sad about that, but they are my favorite. They are my favorite.
This just says, Walsh, those Spiritus wings work great with 40-round mags. Walsh, do you even own any 40-round mags?
I don't. So I have purchased probably 12 to 15 40 mags.
Seven.
I purchased
Maybe
7.
8. Hey, it was a form of payment. I don't want to hear it.
No, it was. So what's funny is Joe would be like, "Hey, I like pay me so and so. All right, what do you want?" He's like, I want 5 40-round mags. I'm like, fine, whatever. I just buy him and send them to him.
So Dr. Bill says Stick will likely have a very short barrel life, like less than 1,000 rounds. A 13-inch barrel with chamber pressures near 90,000 psi, barrel burner designed for frontline troops shooting AP ammo to penetrate. Yeah, I didn't realize that it was that much psi. So less than 1,000 rounds. I hope barrel changes on it would be easy because they're going to need to do a lot.
Yeah, well, could you imagine spending $8,000 on a gun? You get 2 boxes of ammo and you shoot those 2 boxes, and you probably need to change your barrel out.
Did you guys see the deal? We were talking about deals and PMags and magazine, all that stuff, the other chat. Did you guys see that deal recently on PSA?
The bolt carrier group and the 10 mags for 120 bucks.
Yeah,
I posted it on our Telegram.
Good. That's the deal that we're talking about.
While we're here, I don't think I put that yet. So we have a Telegram deals page. We share deals all the time on. I'll post that link.
Yeah, because normally the mags at a good deal are $10 a mag, right? I mean, at an okay price or $10 a mag. So no matter how you look at that, then you get a bolt carrying group for $20.
Yeah.
Or you get 10 mags for the price of 6, and that's if you got the bolt carrying group on sale.
So the dude says the new Warrior Post Society slings is very nice, and Zach says the Warrior Post Society sling sucks.
Wait, I probably add 2 or 3 more U's. Sucks. I'll talk about it too. Me and Zachary have talked about that one a little bit.
I told you the Magpul one wins, dude. I got mine when Primary Arms was doing the sling sales.
Yeah,
I got all 3 of the big name brand slings, all 3 of them for like, I don't know, the price of 1.5.
So Jason, what he's talking about is it's going to penetrate new Chinese and Russian body armor.
Yeah.
But the range and interoperability for military stockpiles will be awesome. Calibers built penetrate body armor are the path the U.S. military and NATO are heading. That makes sense.
Yeah.
And it's even something we think about from a civilian standpoint. We start looking at 20-inch barrels, like having those shorty barrels.
Oh, I thought you were saying like we start looking at like Red Dawn scenarios. That's what I was thinking.
No, Red Dawn. No,
he said Chinese and Russian body armor, and I was like, oh, Red Dawn's coming.
There we go. But like we even know that we know what we need to defeat. We need to be able to defeat at least level 3 armor. We need to, even as it's from a civilian, like you need to be able to do that. So running around with an 11.5 inches, it's cool, but you better hope they're not wearing anything because that's.
So Matt B, who's our Aussie friend, says, I've looked at the Magpul slings, but I've only ever got the Vickers. Joe has a Vickers. He doesn't like it. He likes the Magpul one more than the Vickers.
Which Magpul one do you have? The MS1?
Dude, I don't even know what it is. I know that they have like 8 different ones.
We need to do it. We're going to do this. We'll do this.
I was doing some transition drills with my Magpul sling on my Keltec. I have a video of it. Thank goodness I had. So I'm shooting my Keltec sub 2000. I let it go, draw from the pistol, and the entire sling breaks and the gun drops. And I was like,
dude,
I have my gun out and I go, son of a bitch. And I just shoot my pistol. I'm like, stupid thing broke.
I had the original Magpul sling, the 2-point into 1-point, and I've always given Cody crap because he's a Magpul fanboy. But I hated that sling, and I bought it mainly to bash it, and now it's on my home defense gun. They've gone a long way. They've gone a long way.
That's the one that failed on me.
Yeah. During land nav, I had my rifle slung, with the barrel down, doing land nav, and I go down that creek. Like on land nav, I don't box anything out. I go straight. Like,
That's not a joke.
sticker bush, like thorns, I just go through it.
Right through.
I'm not boxing out. So I have this gun slung on my back, and I go down that real steep embankment, and I'm walking through the mud and nasty creek.
Of course.
And the sling jump lets loose and goes thunk, and jump William Wallace's right in the ground, dude. And I turn around and I look at it, and I'm like, I'm gonna get in trouble for that one, because of course we don't have dummy gun. We have our actual we're gonna deploy with gun.
Yep.
Now it's filled with mud.
Yep. Dude, the front sight posts were buried.
The front sight post was buried?
Yeah.
Oh,
it was like that nasty soupy mud and it's on the East Coast, so it stinks.
Yeah.
The best is some instructors probably like, why didn't you just go around? And you're like, he's like, I'm not a go around kind of guy.
Dude. Point A, what's the shortest distance between 2 points?
Through the
That's where I'm going.
So we're coming up on an hour and a half. We got a lot of chats to get through, but I'm only going to be reading our members' chats from here on in. Apologize, there's some really good chats in there, but we're just not going to have time to get through all of them before we got to start wrapping it up here. So Misfit is saying blue force gear or slingster. I don't know. Vickers blue alpha gear sling. That's the webbing one, right, Joe?
Yeah. To me, it looks like something that came stock with an AK.
Yeah.
I love the loop on it. Like the Magpul sling doesn't have the loop. It has like this plastic block that you have to slide. But if you
yes. He was gonna say if you were to put the chicken in the oven,
it would work great.
But without seasoning it's going to come out and it's not going to taste very good. I agree, Joe.
So that's why you don't get the Vickers Blue Alpha Gear sling.
Yeah, don't get the Vickers sling.
All right, keep going. He'll come back or something.
Misfit says 20-inch barrel fixed stock goes burr.
I'm telling you, 20 inches where it's at. If you really want to do some crazy stuff, like if
I will say there was maybe Dr. Dole could comment. A friend of mine who was Army Special Forces was telling me that there's this like long distance shooting competition that happens with armed forces, and I don't know about this past not 2020, but I think 2019 and 2018 it was one with like an 18-inch barrel, 16 or an 18-inch barrel during this long distance competition.
Yeah, I heard about that too. You have to see. Yeah. Sorry, Joe, go ahead. You were saying something very intricate about the sling.
No,
it was about bacon chicken.
It's lost. All right, keep going.
Keep going.
The average employed gun guy says, my 20-inch barrel just showed up from JSE surplus. Yay.
Nice.
I don't have a 20-inch barrel. Even my 224 Valkyrie is an 18-incher. Let's see here. Carl from Tactical Rifleman called Lucas from T-Rex Arms Das Clown. I will say my favorite video of someone kind of making fun of Lucas was
Charlie B.
Yeah, Johnny B.
Johnny B. Yeah,
Johnny B. And he had this like Tennessee accent, and he goes, "Now he's a gun guy too. He's like, will I ever shoot as fast as Lucas? Nah, I ain't got those skinny legs."
Me and you both. We're trying to catch up on whatever this Navy man drama was. And we found that video and we're like, dude, I can't stop dying laughing about all this stuff he's doing, making fun of Lucas. Like he's doing the right way.
He loves Lucas, and to be honest,
I love him.
I don't know too many people that can outshoot Lucas from T-Rex Arms. The dude's a freaking champion, but that's all he does. Like if I had all day to just go out and shoot, I would hope that I would be as good as him. But
in a warehouse to go and grab all your stuff from.
Yeah.
Like I learned from him. I'm never gonna dog him, but maybe I'll pick on him a little bit. But he's still got my respect.
Yeah,
he could pick on me too.
I will say that I think that low vis carrier is gonna be doo doo in the rankings, but we'll see.
Which one? Oh,
the T-Rex Arms, the AC1.
Well, yeah,
I think there's other ones that are out there that are much better.
We'll see. Yeah, I like this one better.
Austin is too weird.
Who's Austin?
Austin, Texas.
Oh,
San Marcos is much better. Thank
All
you,
right,
Sergeant.
what else we got? What else is hidden down there? We gotta wrap this thing up. There's got a bunch of random stuff.
Yeah.
We got a bunch of stuff.
Brownell's 20-inch retro barrels come back in stock today. Ooh,
Yep,
Ooh,
I
okay.
heard that.
yeah. All right, we are at an hour 30.
Oh, hold on. There it is. That comment you wanted.
Oh yeah. So there's sorry for everyone else that I skipped, but this is I like Dr. Dole. U.S. Army Small Arms Championship at Fort Benning each year. I shot there 2012 and 2014. Lots of fun shooting issued rifle. Would not be surprised if an NG guy President's 100 with an M4 won. I don't know what that means.
We don't know. We're not even cool enough to know what the hell you're talking about.
I mean, I get shooting with an M4, but yeah, it's something like that.
Yeah.
Like 2017 and 2018, the guys won with like a 16-inch barrel. And to me, I'm not planning on taking my 223 out to past 600 yards. Like I know you can do it. That's not me. I'm not a good enough shooter for that. And so 300 yards or less for my 223, I don't need a 20-inch barrel.
Well, I'm talking about for penetrations, and basically this is from where people wear level 3 or wear steel, where speed kills. Where someone's going to wear
Yes.
steel
Oh yeah,
armor,
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
All right, so
you can defeat it.
Google fact checked me on all this information, but when the 5.56 cartridge was first designed out of a 22-inch barrel, and we've made it shorter and shorter and shorter, but it has a longer burning powder, so it does not like shorter barrels. So I get it. If you want the max velocity out of it, you got to put it in a longer barrel. But I'm with you guys. I buy all my barrel 16-inch for that.
And same. And
But-
even when we talk about distance, you got to do more than 55 grain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But unlike not Jason, I do like the longer barrel when I'm trying to reach out and touch something. Like my 6mm arc, I think it's a 20. If I could have got a 22, I would have.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll go all the way up to like a 24-inch barrel in a Ruger Precision.
And my tick is 24, and that thing is a monster.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to mess with that thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's kind of what we're saying. So the 20-inch, AR 500 destroyer. So we talk about what you need to defeat. If you need to defeat other threats, and those threats happen to wear body armor, it's highly likely that they're wearing crap, or you're going to hope that they are. And even ceramic level 3 getting hit by a 20 is going to cause some massive back face deformation. Whereas a 16, 11, 10, 5, it's not really going to do that much. Not as bad.
Well, speaking of body armor, as we wrap this up, Walsh, why don't you let us know what's coming this weekend?
I have an exciting one. So I have 2 videos coming to you this week. I had a bit of a hiatus doing Christmas and everything, so we got a fun one tomorrow. I'm going to piss a whole bunch of people off. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. There was a post done by Apex Armor Solution about how your armor really doesn't expire. And also Joe talked at good length about spalling and just some other general misconceptions and myth about armor that I kind of go into what's important to know, what spalling is, and why. I used his whole like walking claymore analogy many times to kind of show you really how that works. And he had some good examples in his LA Police Gear video that I kind of walk through as to what happens when that spalling hits the armor. And then on Sunday, we have our defense mechanisms video. I'd go over the defense mechanisms jacket, their Helion jacket, so you guys can stop asking me what jacket I'm wearing. And then we're going to do SHOT Show all next week. So we're going to be trying to do as many videos as we can. We do one each day, a little snippet, and then we're going to do one at the very, very end. So at each one of that snippet, you can comment down below where you want us to go to. We'll try to go over there and then kind of make it so you can see like wherever we should go the next day. We're going to check those comments and try to go to those places. Can't guarantee we can make it all of them. We have a bunch of interviews and stuff too, but we'll try.
Yeah, but we left hours in there for us to hopefully not have anything planned and just to enjoy ourselves walking around.
Stop lying that because he kept getting deleted off of calendars.
Never got added.
All right. Joe, you got anything coming up for us?
Nope.
All right. Joe's busy in a new job, and hopefully
I don't have anything.
Wife is able to make it home safe and sound tonight.
Don't you got a cool? You have one you're going to work on later. You can show us some
Headlamps.
Headlamps, yeah.
Yeah, one so far.
Oh, yeah,
we'll see about the other one.
Work on the other one. Work on the other one.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
going to try to do some headlamps.
Wizard them knees, wizard them knees, wizard them knees.
Yes, I was watching earlier, by the way.
Oh, good.
Not Jason.
Good. That was just for you.
Yep.
So yeah, we leave Sunday for shot. All right, yeah, we both leave Sunday for SHOT Show. So I'm looking forward to hanging out with Walsh all next week, being at SHOT Show. Next Sunday is going to be my core battle belt video, and I think that's going to shake some things up. I'm really digging that battle belt.
Yeah. So pay attention to our Instagram and stuff all week. We're going to be probably putting as much stuff as we can from us. I want to see. We're registering. We're going to share all that stuff, all the cool stuff. Like as much behind the scenes stuff as we can. We're going to try and share it.
Yep.
And if we don't see Walsh again, know that not Jason murdered him. Because he had to be around him for a week. Don't do it, not Jason. We need Walsh for the plate review. If you murder him, you have to do all the plate carriers from now on.
And optics. Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
no,
and
no,
optics.
thank you.
Okay.
It'll be fine. I have white noise, so I can ignore his snoring, and it'll be okay.
Yeah, you'll be upset by that. That's gonna be a bad day for you.
All right, guys. So we appreciate you being here. We appreciate you taking time out of your nights to spend time with us. 1 year down, it still amazes me that we're doing this, and hopefully many years to come. Don't forget, Sarge put a comment in. So we now have a discount code for HCM holsters. If you need a holster, go check it out. Truly appreciate the support, guys, and we will catch you next week.
Yeah.
Walsh and I will see you at least. All right.
Later, everybody.
Adios.